Have you ever felt like there is a civil war happening inside your own head? You know that feeling, where one part of you wants to move forward, but another part is dragging you back into old habits. I wrote my book, The Insiders, specifically to explore that battle. It's a sci-fi adventure, but as you're about to see, the spaceship isn't just a vessel, it's a map of your mind. I put together this video to break down exactly how the story works, and more importantly, how it can help you become the pilot of your own life. Let's dive in.
All right, we're about to go on a journey, a science fiction adventure that, I promise you, is gonna feel surprisingly familiar. We're diving into an explainer about a spaceship, a renegade crew, and a mission that is absolutely not what it seems. Sometimes the only way forward is through the wreckage of who you used to be. Just let that sink in for a second. This quote is really the heart of the whole story. It's this powerful idea about transformation, about having to break down to build something totally new. It really sets the stage perfectly for a story about conflict and finding a new way forward. So the book we're breaking down today is called The Insiders. And at first glance, it looks like a classic sci-fi story, right? It's got all the high-stakes action and cool characters you'd expect. But what's really going on under the hood is so much more fascinating. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had that feeling, that deep-down sense of an internal battle, where one part of you wants one thing, and another part is just pulling you in the complete opposite direction? It feels a lot like this, doesn't it? You make a choice, and instantly you regret it. Or you get stuck in the same old destructive patterns over and over again. It's that feeling of being torn, like there's a civil war happening right inside your own head. Well, that exact feeling of internal conflict, that's the real territory this story is exploring. So let's get on board the ship and see what this adventure is really all about. The story is all about this vessel called the Alex, which stands for Autonomous Life Explorer. Its crew is on this intense mission through uncharted space, and they're dealing with constant crises, mysterious messages, and these shadowy forces that threaten to tear the whole ship apart from the inside out.
Now, we gotta meet the crew. And this is where the story gets really, really interesting. Because these characters aren't just crew members, they're basically archetypes of that internal struggle we were just talking about.
So first up, you've got Bran. He's this well-meaning messenger who is just constantly reacting, taking shortcuts, and kind of messing things up. Then on the other side, you have Tiger. She's this sharp, insightful messenger who sees the big picture and delivers these incredible breakthrough ideas. And then you've got these two opposing forces. There's Miss Cripps. She's this menacing figure who just thrives on stress and fear, always followed by her creepy cortisols that spread anxiety everywhere. Her total opposite is Roxy, who operates from a place called Love Island, building trust, connection, and healing among the crew.
So, we have our ship, our crew, our mission. Seems pretty straightforward, right? A classic space opera. But this is where the story takes a fascinating turn, because the map for this adventure is not what you think it is. What if all this action, the battles, the choices, all these characters, what if it isn't happening out there in the cosmos at all? Because it's not. The ALX has been exploring inner space this whole time. The ship, the Autonomous Life Explorer, is a direct metaphor for your brain. That's right, this entire sprawling sci-fi universe is actually an intricate map of your own mind. Every single character, every system, every location on that ship corresponds to something real happening inside your head right now.
Okay, check this out. This chart just breaks it all down. Bran, our reactive messenger, he represents beta waves. That's your busy, everyday, kind of scattered thinking. Tiger embodies gamma waves, those awesome aha moments of insight. Miss Cripps, she's cortisol, the stress hormone. Roxy is oxytocin, the chemical of trust and connection. And the person trying to run the whole show, Captain Higgs, represents your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles executive decisions. Let's just zoom in on Tiger for a second. She is the literal personification of that flash of inspiration you get when a solution just clicks into place. The author visualized what gamma wave brain activity looks like, that pattern you see right there, and transformed it into a character who delivers these game-changing insights. So cool. And the science goes even deeper. The characters in the book talk about their dendricles forming new connections. Now, that is not just some made-up sci-fi word. It is a direct reference to dendrites, the branches of your neurons that create the neural pathways of your mind, which look just like these branching structures here. Okay, so if this spaceship is your brain, and the crew represents all your thoughts and your neurochemistry. The next logical question is, who's flying this thing? And maybe more importantly, how can you learn to steer it better? And that is the ultimate point of this book. It's not just a story. It's designed to be an operating manual. By turning all these complex brain functions into relatable characters, it gives you a framework to understand your internal world and, here's the key, to start making conscious choices about how it all runs. The author points out that this idea isn't even new. He connects modern neuroscience with ancient wisdom, suggesting that when people talk about renewing your mind, they're basically describing what scientists now call neuroplasticity, the incredible, mind-blowing ability of your brain to literally rewire itself based on your thoughts and choices. So how do you actually apply this? The book offers a really simple 3-step framework. First, recognize your inner crew. Who's at the helm right now? Is it the anxious Miss Cripps or the insightful Tigger? Second, understand their roles. What is that feeling trying to get done? And then third, the big one, choose who's in command. You get to decide which part of you is going to lead.
Ultimately, this whole thing is about moving from being a passenger to being the pilot. Instead of getting pushed around by automatic reactions and old habits, you can learn to recognize the forces at play inside you and deliberately choose the direction you want to go.
And the book leaves us with this final, really powerful thought. The idea of choosing a narrow road isn't just philosophical, it's neurological. A narrow road is a neural pathway. Every choice you make strengthens one. So the real question is, which paths are you building in your own mind today?
Pretty wild, right? The idea that your gamma waves are a tiger and your stress is a crow like villain named Ms. Cripps. But that is the power of the insiders. It gives you a language to understand what is physically happening in your brain so you can stop reacting and start leading. If you are ready to stop letting Ms. Cripps run the show and finally take the helm of your own ship, I'd love for you to read the full story. You can grab your copy right now at books2read.com/theinsiders. The link is in the description. Go check it out and I'll see you on the flight deck.